It was on Wednesday afternoon. I was sitting comfortably in my sitting room, watching my favorite Z World movies, when I heard a loud knock on my door. At first I ignored it because I wasn't expecting anyone to come visiting, especially at such hour. But after some seconds, I heard the knock, more loudly this time, and I decided to check who was at the door. Behold, my jaw dropped when I saw my mother-in-law standing at the door with a stern look on her face. "You let me in, you diswitch." She pushed the door before I could answer. "Mama, welcome. I know you don't want to open the door for me." "No, Mama, I didn't know you were the one. Besides, what are you doing here? How do you mean, what am I doing in my son's house?" "No, Ma, I mean, shut up your nonsense mouth," she said. "Let me carry your bag for you," I said, offering to help her. But she yanked my hands off, and I let her be. "I don't need your help," she said, before carrying her bag by herself. What is this woman doing here again? She has come with her unbearable wahala. God, I don't have strength for this woman. Wahala. This time, immediately, I locked the door. I went straight to my room, picked up my phone, and called my husband. What's your mother doing here?" he asked my mother. "How do you mean? Cut the pretense. I'm not having any of it. I don't know what you were talking about, but your mom is here again with her luggage. Don't tell me she is living with us again in this house. She didn't tell me she's visiting," he said. "Just call her and tell her to go back. I am not having any of her trouble this time," I said, and hung up the call, then sat down on my bed. "Oyin, Oyin, Oyin, Oyin," I heard her screaming my name. "What is it this time?" I mumble, before getting up from bed. "By this time of the day you are sleeping, lazy girl. That's the way you sleep away the children in your stomach," she said. Immediately I shouted, "I wasn't sleeping. Help me take these things to the kitchen. I want to prepare something nice for my son," she said, looking at me while I carry whatever she bought to the kitchen to cook. "Stand here and watch me cook it." "But Mama, you don't have to cook it. Let me do it. Enough of the poison you have been making for my son." I looked at her. "But Mama, in fact, I don't need your help. Leave the kitchen for me," she shouted, and I left her to do her things. I went to my room and stayed till my husband got back home and shouted, "Honey, I'm home," and I rushed downstairs to welcome him. "How was work?" I asked. "Fine. My son," she shouted. "What are you doing here, Mommy? Is that the way to welcome your mother? This woman is teaching you against me." "Haba, Mama. I didn't mean it like that. I meant, why didn't you tell me before coming? So I need an invitation card to visit my son's house." "Okay, welcome. When are you going back?" Mama." "I'm not leaving anytime soon," she answered, a stern look on her face. "Mama, you are leaving this house," I told her before walking away. Inside our room, I smacked at my husband. "You know your mom is here for nothing but trouble, right?" "Let's allow her to stay for a while," my husband said. "We have been married for 2 years. Do you know how many times your mom has visited us? We need some privacy." Immediately after our wedding, she stayed for 6 months. After leaving, she came back again. And you know she's not here for peace. She is here to mock us for not having children in this marriage, and she's not staying with us in this house. And that's final. If you let her stay, then I will reveal the secret to her," I said, looking at him. "Is that a threat?" he asked. "No, I'm just telling you," I said, trying to walk away, but he held me. "Oyin, please, I beg you. In God's name, I will let her stay on one condition, that if she brings violence, I will return it back to her in violence," I said, looking at him. "Oh yeah, peace is not an option," and I walked out of the room, leaving him alone. The next day I walked to the dinner to see my husband and his mother eating. "Honey, come and join us," he said, which join us I didn't cook for a witch. "It's you, my son, I cooked for, and she has no right to sit down here while I'm here." Eating, she said, and I looked at my husband, giving me a calm down. But Mama, do you know this is my husband's house? I asked. And this is my son's house, in case you have forgotten. She answered, Mama, don't mama me. I'm not your mother. After much argument, I stop it, walk to my kitchen to make myself something to eat, and I saw the way she messed up the kitchen, as usual, waiting for me to clean up like I'm the maid, the son employed for her. It was then I saw the food she made in the cooler. Oh, yeah. I sat down in the kitchen and began devouring it. She can't use my kitchen without giving me anything, I smiled. Immediately, I finished it. Wow, I'm full. I washed my hands, then left the kitchen. I sat down in the sitting room to watch my Z-World when I heard Oyin, but I ignored her. You this witch. Didn't you hear me calling you? Are you deaf? Mommy, what happened? My husband asked. This witch has the nerve to eat my remaining food in the kitchen, despite telling her I didn't cook for her. But she's also your daughter. No, she's not my daughter. I can't give birth to someone that refused to give birth to children. A witch that is eating her children. Mommy, stop it. So, I eat the food I saw in my kitchen, and will eat more. If I see more, after all, it's my kitchen, not yours. It's my food, she shouted. Mama better be calming down. Oh, hi. Blood pressure is real, aha. It's you that will have high BP. You will die, she shouted. Thank you so much, Mama, for tonight's meal. I wish to have more of it, I said before walking out of her and her son. Babe, I don't like the way you spoke to my mom earlier, but you like the way she spoke to me. Huh? Babe, she has been calling me witch, and you have no say about it. Huh? But you are not a witch, and I know that, since you couldn't do anything about it. I'm already used to the name witch, and I will prove that name to her. Babe, don't beg me. I have had enough of your mother. This is my husband's house, too, remember? So? And so? Is she the first person to give birth to a son? Why can't I have rest because I got married to you? If I had known you and your mother are like this, I won't have said yes to you when I did. Next morning I woke up. Without my husband beside me, I went into the bathroom and brushed my teeth before walking out of my room. I saw my husband in the kitchen boiling water. Good morning, babe, I greeted. Good morning, I hope you slept well. Oh, yes, I did. Last night's meal was so sweet that I slept like a baby. But babe, what are you doing in the kitchen by this time? Why didn't you wake me up? This is not my first time in the kitchen. I just want to fix myself bread and tea. You know your mother is here before she will say, I have turned you to slave, please. Oh, I don't want problem. Don't enter the kitchen again until she leaves. He laughed before pulling my cheeks. Are you going to the shop today? He asked as I started preparing his tea. Well, it depends. I might go to avoid her trouble, and I might think to give her some trouble, or yet, come on. Have your bread and tea. I will bring your lunch to you at work, as usual. Yeah. I love you, he said. Immediately, my husband left for work. I returned to the kitchen when I started hearing, any witch in this house turning my son against me, Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire. Any witch in this house turning my son against me, Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire. I walked out of the kitchen to see her sprinkling water all over the sitting room. Mama killowed. It's too early now. I raised my voice. Oh, Jehovah, anybody raising their voice on me. Holy Ghost fired. Consume them all. Holy Ghost, fire, fire, fire them all. God, fire them. Or any power, any spirit, killing my grandchildren in her womb. Die by fire. Die by fire, she kept on shouting, still sprinkling the water till she sprinkled it on me. I snatched the bottle of water from her hand. Ah, what's it now? What sort of prayer is this now, Mama? It's too early. Very soon the fire of God will consume you, this wicked witch. Anybody, I repeat, that keeps disturbing me in my husband's house, saying I will not have peace, calling me a witch, Holy Ghost fire. I emphasized on the fire before sprinkling the water on her. You, this witch, give me my prayer water. Oh yeah. God, anybody calling me a witch in my husband's house, die by fire. Fire her mouth, fire her feet, fire her leg, fire, fire. I kept on sprinkling the water on her as she ran, while I follow her, fire of God, follow her, as she's running. Fire, fire. She ran into her room and locked the door. I still stood on the door. I still stood on her entrance, shouting, Holy Ghost, fire. Shebby, you say you don't want peace. I will show Pepper. I waited for you to come outside, but she refused. Mama, fire, come outside, let's fire each other. Get out from my door, you witch. I laughed. In case you have forgotten, this is my house. No, it's my son's house. No, it's my husband's house. You should be the one to leave and go to your husband's house. Let me enjoy my marriage in peace. What's your problem? I have taken enough from you. You will soon leave my son's house. You lie again, 'cause not even your son will ask me to leave this house. You are a liar, you will leave. She shouted, We shall see. I walked away from her door. Troublesome woman. I don't know what she wants. Ever since I married her son, no rest.
I entered my room and freshened up, then prepared to go prepare my husband's food before going to the shop. I went into the kitchen, and I met her there, but I ignored her. She started singing her scornful song, God of El Josiah, send down fire, but I ignored her and started my cooking. I hope you are not cooking that poison you called food for my son, she said, but I ignored her. See, let me tell you, you will leave this house. You have no place here anywhere. You have time, my son. I will release him, she added. But I ignored her and continued my cooking. After ranting without, I finished cooking and put food in the cooler. I walked into the city room and saw her watching movies and laughing. I ignored her, dress up for shop and carry my husband's food. Mama, I called her attention, but she ignored. I'm going to the shop. Please take care of the house. I smiled. Your food is in the kitchen as well. Make sure you eat. Because you really need it for your health. God forbid, she screamed. Mama, what happened to you? Are you okay? You scared me with the way you scream. I thought something happened to you. Please. Oh, you want to give me poison. You want to kill me, but my God will not agree. Holy Ghost fire, I shout at the fire for her. Mama, best to be calming down, even though you are not nice, but I still love you better. Don't make your son motherless. Well, who knows, I might take your place when you are gone. It's you that will die, you, this evil witch. I smiled. I'm running late and I'm sure my baby is expecting his food at the office. Baby? Which baby? Which time did you give birth? That I don't know. Oh, Mama, you are old school, so this is all these years that you have. No need. You don't know my baby, like you have one. Of course. Mama, your son is my baby. I said. She looked at me. Don't give me that look, Mama. He is my baby. For which has turned my son to a baby. No wonder he doesn't listen to me anymore. Jesus, come. Oh, I love you. You have nothing to worry about. I get you. I went to hug her. You, this witch. I love you. Mama. I blew her a kiss with a chuckle before walking out of the house. How is my mom doing? He asked immediately. I dropped his food. She should be fine after setting the house on fire, I said. His eyes opened in shock. Fire? Yes. Now. What's wrong with Mama? Now. Ask her when you get home. I'm leaving. Are you going back home or... No, I'm going to the shop. All right? Then call me when you get there. No problem. Enjoy your food, I said. Then peck him before leaving his office. In the evening, I yawned tiredly as I returned back home. I sat down on the chair, removing my wig. Before removing my shoes, I heard someone standing behind me. Who else, Mama? Good evening. Oh, I greeted. Hold your greetings. How was your day? Hope you enjoyed it. Was the house boring? Don't worry. Tomorrow is me, and you in the house. I will keep you company, I said, trying to get on her nerve. I forced myself not to laugh with the way she's looking at me. Mama, see? I'm very tired. I can't even stand up. Can you please help me up? Thank you. She laughed. God, look at this witch, asking me to help her up. I can see you are sick, but Mama, I just told you. Thank you, nah. Please, Mom. Before walking away to my room, and I freshen up so I can go and prepare dinner for my family. I got into the kitchen, and I saw her in the kitchen. Mom, what are you cooking? Let me help you. If you come near me, I will pour this hot water on you. What did you just say? You can't hear because you are deaf, Mama. You won't try it. Trust me. Just come near me, Mama. I hope you know you are not too old for jail. You will sleep in jail for life. Oh. And upon hearing that, she said, Oh, you are the one that will go to jail. This old woman, not even your fire can bail you out, so better know what you are doing. She hit her hand on the kitchen cabinet. This one you are hitting. I hope you know you are in my kitchen, my son's kitchen. She snapped. I first burst into laughter, Mama. You are funny. Pshaw. That is why I like you. Anyway, cook faster. Your daughter is hungry. Is that hunger that will kill you, inasmuch God did not kill me? Hunger cannot kill me, Mama, I said. Mommy, you do good. Oh, you do good, Mama. Way good to me. You do good. She don't dig cook for me. You do good. I started singing and dancing as well. She stood there looking at me like I'm going crazy. I ran out of the kitchen with laughter. I walked out of my room since I left her in the kitchen. I checked the time. My husband should be back by now. I went downstairs and saw him eating with his mother. Babe, you are back, I said, walking towards him. Yes, honey, so you are here, eating. You didn't even tell me you were back. And you can't call me to join you, I said, looking at the meat on his plate. Sorry, my love. Mama quickly said I should eat before coming up. I'm sorry, okay, I said before taking one of the meat in his plate. I took a bite of more. This meat is to soft killa bayar, I said, chewing it, and also licking my finger. Mummy prepared it. Oyo, 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 oyo. Okay, I said, before dipping my hand into my amala and ido soup. I was about taking it to my mouth before this woman hit the amla away from my hand. Mommy, my husband called. I look at the poor amala on the floor in disappointment. I didn't cook for her. See, babe? I went to cook for you. She sent me out of the kitchen. Even threatened to pour me hot water when I offered to help her. So I left, hoping she is preparing everyone's food. My mama, I already told you, Oyen is your daughter. Treat her like one. She's not my daughter. She shouted. Before she started coughing, take water. I offer water. But she refused to take it. Then pour another one into cup before drinking. My mummy. Sorry, Ma. I thank you, my son. You people should enjoy your food. I will prepare noodles, I said before walking away. Better it hand and tries again. I feel it in my stomach. I went into the kitchen and started looking for where she might have kept the remaining food because I know it was much that she prepared. This woman thinks she is smart. I know every corner of this kitchen after the little search. I saw the amala. I served myself with some ewedu soup. I balanced and started eating. I've almost finished the food, still chewing the soft meat when she entered. I saw her but continued chewing my meat. Mama, this food is sweet. Oh, I love you. Mama. She rushed me and carried the food from my front. Mama is remaining small. Let me finish it, you this witch. How dare you eat my food? She asked. angry, but I don't care. I must finish the amala. Mama, please, wait, let me finish this food. We will fight later, I said, collecting the amala from her. She snatched it back from me. Before you know, we started dragging. I must finish this amala. Mama, please, before. We knew it, the place of amala, and fell on the floor and shattered. My husband rushed to the kitchen. What's happening here? He asked, looking at the field food and broken plate of this way. Thank you for tonight, food. Mama, I will come back tomorrow, I said, and walked out of the kitchen. Licking my fingers, she should have just allowed me finish the food in peace, then we can discuss later. I don't like what you're doing, and you're my husband, I said. Immediately he entered the bedroom. What did I do? Pretending like you don't know. Well, I don't, unless you tell me. Why are you treating my mother that way? How did I treat her? You were quarreling her over food, even insulting her. Really? Oh, now you have chosen to believe her words, right? Now, ever since we got married, have I ever insulted you? Your own mother called me all sort of names because of you. What did you do about it? 2 years of marriage, your mother has stayed in the house approximately 18 months. Kilana. Am not the first to get married now. Throughout her stay, it was nothing but trouble, and I always bow to make her feel good, no matter what she does. Yes, Ma, I still give her respect. Because she's my mother-in-law. She's like a mother to me, but now it is becoming unbearable. She should let me enjoy my marriage. Leave me alone with my husband. My elder brother is married. My mom hardly did visit them, except she's invited, maybe when his wife gives birth, or she wishes to see her grandchildren, and she doesn't spend more than a day or two before she goes back. In a year, her visit to their place, maybe 3 or 4 times if they are not nursing any baby, my sister-in-law will invite her to come at times and even beg her not to go back. On time, why is your mother own different? Assuming the way your mom is doing is the way my mom did to my sister-in-law, I would have said karma is playing its heart. How many times has my mother visited? No. Just tell me, maybe 6 times? Okay, and in those periods, did she sleep over or brought all her loads here? She slept over once when I was sick, and that was because you were not available to take care of me. You fully know how I do beg my mom to stay 3 days before going, but she said, you're married to your husband and need some time with your husband with a lot of privacy to keep you guys bonding. If I decided to stay over here for days, who will take care of my own husband for me? Will my mom understand? And besides, she isn't jobless. To start posing in her children's marriage while she has her own home. Are you saying my mother is jobless? See, she suffered for me to be who I am today, and she deserves good things from me. Oh, spare me that my own mother suffered for me to become who I am, which made you to be able to marry me. Ever since she came, I don't like what's going on. You will only like what is going on when she decided to leave, and if you choose to believe her over me or take her sides, I am ready for you both. Oh Ying, you can stop this. And stop calling Oh Ying all the time, as if you were the one that gave birth to me, or you were there when I was named Oh Ying. What if I was there? He asked for the smile. Just man up. Tell her to leave. I want to enjoy my marriage. Besides, not having a child is not my fault, but yours. It's either you tell where the problem is or send her out while we keep going on with the solution to the problem. I won't sit here and watch your mom ride over me. I stormed out of the room. Thank you for coming back to watch our videos. I devoted a lot into this story, and I promise to give it my best. Watch out for part 2 of this story. And please, subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching Nova Stream TV. You can find out more about Nova Stream on Self TV